Hello and welcome. My name is Nicholas and this is Literally Graphic. And today is going to be my first video of 2020, aka the Kwanzaa Reflect-A-Thon 2019 tag, which will hopefully come out on January 1st, aka the last day of Kwanzaa, because I just found out about this tag and decided to do it, and there's not that much time between now and then. This tag was put together by Nigeri at Onyx Pages. Each prompt for this tag focuses on one of the themes of Kwanzaa. I do not personally celebrate Kwanzaa, but doing this tag helps me accomplish a goal that I've had for a while, that is to become more familiar with Kwanzaa. Starting off with the first day of Kwanzaa is Umoja/Unity. Pick a book that centers the upliftment of African-descended folks. For this tag, I picked Strange Fruit Volumes 1 and 2, because these are collections of non-fiction short stories by a Black artist about lesser-known Black figures throughout American history. The second day of Kwanzaa is Kujichagulia/self-determination. African-descended LGBTQ character who inspired you because they are determined AF. For this tag, I picked Black Panther World of Wakanda, a collection of short spin-off stories about Wakanda. The main story, written by Roxane Gay, follows the Midnight Angels, aka Ayo and Aneka, two lesbians who leave the Dora Milaje for political reasons and to be together. The third day of Kwanzaa is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Pick a book in which a diverse group of characters work together towards a goal. For this tag, I picked Maroon Comix, Origins and Destinies, a graphic novel I haven't gotten around to reviewing yet, but is yet another collection of short pieces that mostly focuses around escaped slaves in the Americas and the Maroon communities they formed. These communities were diverse sites of resistance made up of Black, white, and indigenous people. The fourth day of Kwanzaa is Ujamaa/Cooperative Economics. Pick a book that got you thinking about sharing economic resources. Despite being pretty gosh darn anti-capitalist, this was probably the hardest tag to fill, and I ended up going with a book I wouldn't actually really recommend, but for those hardcore Ayn Rand critics like myself, you might feel inspired to redistribute all the things after reading the graphic novel adaptation of Anthem. The fifth day of Kwanzaa is Nia/Purpose. Pick a book in which an African-descended character found or developed their purpose. For this tag, I guess I went a little bit cliche and picked I See the Promised Land, which is written by Arthur Flowers with illustrations by Manu Chitrakar, which is a biography comic about Martin Luther King Jr. that I read this year. The sixth day of Kwanzaa is Kumba/Creativity. Pick a book in which an African-descended character demonstrates power through creativity. For this tag, I had to go with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, although it's not an own voice, so I am slightly disappointed with myself. Apologies. The seventh and final day of Kwanzaa is Imani/Faith. Pick a book that strengthened your faith. And for this, I did have to call out Octavia Butler's Earthseed series. Not a graphic novel yet, but a person can hope and pray. I think there's a TV series in development, so there's that. Thank you for your time and putting up with my bad pronunciations. Check out the description for links to the original tag, etc. Bye y'all, keep reading and resist white supremacy. And as always, I would like to acknowledge that for the most part, all of my videos are filmed and produced on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit, an Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation, land covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant.